You know that feeling when the phone rings and you hesitate to answer, or when someone knocks and you freeze like a deer in headlights, hoping they'll just go away. You're not weird. You're not rude. You're just aging. And with aging comes something most folks never talk about. This subtle creeping desire to be left alone more often. But here's the thing no one tells you. That feeling is completely normal. In fact, it might even be healthy. Let's talk about why. Back in your younger days, social interaction was everywhere. At work, at school, through your kids, on the bus, at the grocery store. People were always around and you got used to it. Maybe even relied on it. But as you get older, something changes. It's not that you dislike people. You just don't need them in the same way. Not all the time. And that's not selfish, antisocial, or weird. It's psychology. Deep, well-studied, and actually very logical psychology. Reason number 1, your tolerance for nonsense drops to near zero. When you're young, you put up with a lot. Bad friends, gossip, pointless small talk, family drama. The guy who talks about himself for 2 hours without asking you a single question. But as the years go by, your patience for that evaporates. You've spent decades dealing with nonsense, and at some point, your inner self just goes, no more. You stop pretending to laugh at jokes that aren't funny. You stop entertaining opinions that make no sense. You walk away from people who exhaust you. It's not cruelty. It's self-preservation. You've learned to recognize emotional noise, and you finally give yourself permission to mute it. Reason number 2, your priorities shift. You start asking yourself different questions. How much energy do I have today? Who actually makes me feel good when I talk to them? Who drains me? Who do I trust? You're no longer chasing popularity, approval, or a full calendar. You're chasing peace. You want meaningful conversations, not surface-level chit-chat. You want people who get you, not people who tolerate you. And if the right people aren't available, you'd rather sit in silence than force a smile. That's not loneliness. That's freedom. That's wisdom. The third reason is deeply emotional and one that surprises people. It's grief. As you get older, you lose people. Friends move, loved ones pass, relationships fade. Each loss takes a little chunk out of your social world. And for many, that world shrinks without them even realizing it. And here's the quiet truth. Some folks don't want to rebuild it. It's not depression. It's not giving up. It's just a deep awareness that time is limited. And with that comes a focus on quality over quantity. It's the soul saying, I've loved hard. I've lost hard. And now I only have space for what feels truly safe. That brings us to reason number 4, social fatigue. Not the kind that a nap can fix, but a deeper psychological weariness. You spend a lifetime managing personalities, navigating group dynamics, accommodating, mediating, entertaining, and over time that becomes exhausting. You don't bounce back as quickly. 1 hour lunch with someone who talks too much can wipe you out for the whole afternoon. A family gathering with 3 competing conversations at once feels like running a mental marathon. And so, you stop saying yes to everything. You choose rest over obligation. You protect your peace like it's sacred because it is. Let me tell you something most people won't say out loud. Older people aren't always lonely. In fact, many are deeply content being alone. But society doesn't like that narrative. We're constantly told that connection is the ultimate goal, that the more people you have around you, the happier you'll be. But here's the twist. Connection doesn't always mean company. Sometimes connection is knowing who you are without distraction. Sometimes it's enjoying your own thoughts, listening to the birds, reading a book, staring at the wall with a cup of tea, and not feeling the need to explain yourself. That's not avoidance. That's evolution. There's a 5th reason people avoid others more as they age, and it's a powerful one. Self-awareness. You finally know yourself. And I mean really know yourself. You know what pushes your buttons, what lifts your spirit, what your limits are. And with that knowledge comes a kind of protective instinct. You stop putting yourself in situations that go against your nature. If small talk drains you, you avoid it. If certain people stir up old wounds, you create distance, not to punish them, but to preserve your peace. It's a quiet kind of strength, the kind you earn through experience. And don't forget, as you age, your time becomes more precious. That's the sixth and final reason for now. Time starts to feel different. When you're 20, an hour feels like nothing. When you're 70, an hour feels like